Jesus says, go into all the world and make disciples of all nations. Our business in Vision Africa is to make mission exciting. For people to be excited about doing missions. It is God's business. Missionary enterprise, incarnational, in such a way the African people identify their needs, invite our American friends, and our American friends come into African context and participate with the African people to help them solve their needs the way they want it solved. All we need to do from American context is to empower them, encourage them, provide for them what they need to do the mission work. A team comes, we raise a team in Africa. If we bring in 10 Americans, know that there are going to be 100 Africans that will work with them. And so it becomes a teamwork. But when you go and plant a church, it will grow because the local people, the indigenous people identify the areas of the need. They reach out there, raise human beings from the community. They also raise community leaders. We give out Bibles to pastors. These major Bibles become their library, become their internet. And when you give them these Bibles, you see a wonderful smile on their faces. And they go back to the churches we planted. That becomes their source of bringing message of hope to those who are in need. We raise the doctors, local doctors, that work with our American doctor. And what they do is to identify the kind of sickness, identify the kind of medicines that we need, and then when our American doctors come, they spend some time with our African doctors. It makes it a teamwork and a sense of cohesion when people of the same profession from various cultural backgrounds work together in order to achieve the same purpose. We've provided a lot of help to the orphans. Some of these children we know, because they've contracted HIV/AIDS, may likely die. We must share with them and tell them that God really loves them. When you tune to various radio stations in Nigeria and in many parts of Africa, what you will hear is government did this, politics did this, and people are suffering. And we need a radio station that when you tune to it, you will believe that God has spoken to you. You will believe that you are hearing the undistorted truth. At this age of HIV/AIDS, who is there to tell people the whole truth about HIV/AIDS? We have cultural coloration about HIV/AIDS. We need to tell the people the whole truth about why and how of AIDS. We talk about education, encouraging children to go to school, encouraging women to go to school. We share the gospel of peace with people. The gospel of Jesus Christ brings healing. When you make the indigenous people have a sense of responsibility in the mission work, they create leadership. The work will not suffer because the people in Africa have a sense of ownership. And that is what goes on in Vision Africa. Our greatest asset in Africa is the African people. And unless we take the human beings in Africa seriously, there is no amount of social services that we render to Africa that will last. We need to invest on the people in Africa. Today we have over 2 million people that have heard the gospel in Africa through Vision Africa, just because you gave us your money and you gave us your time. And you sacrificed even when you didn't have it. And what you have done for us is to helping us to give back to the people. And thank you very much for giving us. And you have given us freely, and we give it out freely. God bless you.